I do not believe that you as a woman should put your life on the line to bring forth a child for a man who does not want to commit to you. There are serious health and life risks when it comes to being pregnant and also giving birth. My opinion, have a husband. Hopefully, having picked a good husband, have that security in knowing that you've got your husband there who committed to love you, to be with you for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. I know that there's no guarantees when it comes to marriages surviving and working. Yes, marriages do crumble. Yes, people do get divorced. Yes, sometimes this doesn't always pan out, but I would say that it's better to go in with the mindset of I'd rather have that somewhat security and stability of being married and that person having made a commitment to me outside of the fact that I just gave them a kid and that's why they're here. I know that this advice will not apply to all women, so this is for women who are maybe single and marriage minded. One thing I've learned, you don't know how pregnancy is going to impact your body. I'm actually pregnant right now. Now, in my experience, I ended up extremely unwell. I ended up in hospital several times, dehydrated, unable to keep food or water down, in all day nausea and sickness with vomiting. Why put yourself at risk on someone who might not actually be there for you? The second reason, there are serious financial implications and risks. I had to tell my employers at week 7 that I was pregnant. But what happened was I ended up so severely unwell, couldn't go to work. My doctor signed me off and said, look, you're not going to be able to work. I was fortunate that I had a husband who was able to obviously be working and cover all our expenses. However, if you are maybe someone who's in a partnership or actually in a situationship with a guy who you're now pregnant for, who hasn't made that commitment that he's going to cover all your everyday expenses, he's going to cover your mortgage, your rent, or whatever bills you pay in general, then you are left with the burden of being unwell, carrying this child, and actually having to face challenges in your finances if you are unable to work. The third reason, there might be changes to overall employment status. In my experience, weeks before Christmas, got a phone call from one of the directors saying, hey, Sherna, I hope you're well. Just wanted you to know we're scaling down our business and that may mean that there's going to be changes to your job. But they said, don't worry about it, get well. New Year comes, I get another call from one of the directors. Hey, Sherna. I'm like, hey, how are you? I want to let you know that your job role is facing redundancy. Now, if I was single and having to now face that call of redundancy, I would be fretting because now not only am I sick, but now I'm sick and about to be unemployed. Why I say it is better to be married in this situation is because I had the security of my husband, his income, and his support. Can also put a lot of pressure on your relationship. Sometimes you get pregnant, you're less intimate, your libido's down, you don't want to be touched, you're more irritable. You can't foresee these things. I'm sharing my experience today, not to look down or judge anyone else who's done it differently, but to really highlight some of the hidden and less discussed things that can happen during pregnancy that actually none of us can foresee or plan for. And this is one of the key reasons, guys, that I really do believe you should not have kids outside of marriage. If you're Christian, then we know that the Bible actually suggests we have kids once we're married.